Good afternoon and welcome to the 2018 Syttende Mai Parade. I'm Mary Carol Verdon.
And I'm Laura Trotter.
And we're here on what's turned out to be a lovely afternoon. It's a little cool, nice day not to get roasted by the sun, and a beautiful day to see the parade.
The Stoughton Chamber of Commerce is happy to present this parade and the whole festival. I'm Laura Trotter, Executive Director of the Stoughton Chamber of Commerce. And we're looking forward to watching the parade with you at home.
Yes, it's going to be an exciting parade this year. We have some new units, some exciting things going on, and a few more units than we've had last year. So the parade and the festival are growing like crazy.
And we're starting our parade with Stoughton's finest, of course, our police officers. They always do a great job of starting us off with a lot of noise and excitement.
And the kids love all the sirens and the excitement that goes with it. You know, in December, we have a beautiful silent fire truck parade that goes along with the Stoughton Victorian holiday.
So those who don't enjoy those loud noises can see them that way too.
And they add lights to them, decorate them all up for Christmas. And I always think about them when we open up the Syttende Mai Parade, because the next time you'll see them in a parade is for our Christmas Victorian holiday.
And as you can see from this shot here, that the cool weather has not kept the crowds away. We've got a lovely crowd.
Great
They're
crowd.
all bundled up and ready to really enjoy the day.
It's been great bunad weather.
Yes, it is.
For
and
all
Norwegian sweaters.
Yep, those Norwegian sweaters and the beautiful wool Norwegian bunads. And everyone is enjoying wearing them this year. When it gets real hot, they're not quite as comfortable.
And this, what we're seeing here is Stoughton's newest ambulance. It's a little bit different looking with it being kind of a black background, but they're very proud of their equipment, and of course we're proud of the work that they do.
They cover a large area, not just Stoughton, but they actually cover a great part of this area, and they have a number of ambulances and 24/7 trained EMT.
And they also service areas outside of Stoughton too.
Right,
yeah.
right.
Yep, the district, the townships, they have 35 square miles that they service. That's a great shot of the new ambulance.
Yeah.
So spiffy.
Waving and the kids waving back.
You know, the EMS is always looking for committed volunteers. They provide professional training, commitment, friendship, excellent equipment, and facilities. So if you're interested in becoming a member of our team, give the EMS a call at 873-6500.
There's the fire trucks, another kid favorite.
And that's the ladder truck.
Yep.
They keep these vehicles in such wonderful shape, don't they?
They do. And I saw them out there polishing up their wheels this morning.
The Stoughton Fire Department, of course, suppresses and prevents fires in the city of Stoughton and the townships. For Dunkirk, Pleasant Springs, Rutland, Porter, and Albion.
It's always a very exciting way to start the parade, but it's a little hard to talk while they're hooting and hollering out there.
And following our ambulances, we have the color guard. This is the one that is, I believe we have VFW post 7591.
Yeah, 7591, the color guards and the auxiliary.
These are the Black Knights Color Guard, VFW post 751, Madison Bayonets, and the auxiliary. It also includes the color guard of Cooties Pup Tent 41 Electric, Hospital Red.
Right, this is the Stoughton Fire Department. We just saw their color guard. And now, with a few more Stoughton Fire vehicles following along, that color guard is right behind them, the VFW.
I see.
You can see the crowd standing, and I love watching them stand for the flags and the color guard.
There's
Oh,
the color guard
everybody
we
on
were
their
talking
feet.
about. This
Yep.
is the VFW color guard that we're talking about.
And applause for the color guard, too. Talk about polishing up things for the parade. Those helmets are something else.
Looking very good.
And here's the auxiliary right behind.
And it looks like we have another car that's from the VFW.
It's more of the auxiliary in a great old car. And you can hear the American Legion riders behind him. Yep, that's the Black Knight's car. And here comes the color guard for the American Legion riders.
This is the 10th year that the American Legion Riders have led the Veterans Float. Stoughton American Legion VFW have had a float in the parade since its inception.
The American Legion cycle Stoughton veterans. The local chapter of the American Legion Riders are leading their float. All Stoughton area veterans are involved. This will be the 10th year of the Legion Riders.
Yeah, I just said that.
Oh.
And it's great to see them in the parade, isn't it?
Yep.
Here we've got the POW and MIA. It's hard to see what's coming up.
Stoughton area veterans on the truck.
I see. That's always a delight to see them up there.
It is. They're veterans from World War II, Korea, Vietnam, the Persian Gulf, Grenada, Iraq, Afghanistan, and peacetime.
Many of them are members of the Stoughton area VFW and American Legion. They want to invite you to come down to the Memorial Day Parade, followed by the Memorial Day program on Monday, May 28th. The parade's at 10 and the program is at 11. Always a moving sight to see the Memorial Day Parade.
Yep.
It's a fun float they've got too.
Yep. And they're waving to the crowd, and the crowd's waving and standing for them. Lots of applause. People thanking them for their service. Behind them is a deuce and a half. It's a military 2.5-ton cargo truck, and it's licensed as a historic military vehicle.
Military personnel would refer to it as a deuce and a half.
Right.
Yep. It was built in 1970 by Kaiser Jeep Corporation at a cost of $46,000. It weighs 13,500 pounds.
These trucks were built from 1950 to 1988, and it has a top speed of about 50 miles per hour.
Powered by a 6-cylinder diesel engine with 6-wheel drive.
The engine is a multi-fuel engine, which means you can burn diesel, gas, fuel oil, or kerosene to keep it going if the need arises.
Yeah, and it's used to transport food, supplies, ammunition, and soldiers to the front lines. It was capable of maneuvering very rough terrain with its 6-wheel drive and a winch in front to pull itself out if it gets stuck.
It's sponsored by the American Legion and VFW of Stoughton, and owned by Larry Johnson. Next we have the Cottage Grove Fire Department.
Our neighboring town of Cottage Grove says they brought their fire engine and they are having people walk alongside with them. I know that they also often participate in our Victorian Holiday Parade too.
They also bring, decorate up with lights and stuff.
And a town like Cottage Grove often will give us mutual aid support when we have an emergency.
You know, there's a little pause in the parade here. We should talk about the next festival the Chamber is sponsoring, which is
Art Walk Stoughton.
Art Walk Stoughton.
It's going to be July 21st, and it'll be the second annual event. It's a beautiful day to get out and see downtown Stoughton, as well as featured artists, which are hosted at Stoughton businesses. It's a great day, and we're expecting it to be bigger and better.
It was huge last year. Everyone that went had a wonderful time. So be sure to come on down to Stoughton for the Art Walk
on July 21st.
Here comes Golden Retriever Rescue of Wisconsin. Golden Retriever Rescue of Wisconsin has been helped out by the Small Animals Association. They have volunteers from Stoughton, Oregon, and Evansville.
Yeah, it's the Second Chance Animal Advocates that is part of that. Well, we can see a large shot of the parade. It's great to see the crowds and the American and the Norwegian flags.
And look at the retrievers. They're having a great day. All those people to pet them. And the crowd's loving them. There's nothing like a golden retriever for lots and lots of love and friendship.
What a cute little float they've got, too.
Yeah.
The acronym for their organization is GROW, and it's...
Golden Retriever Rescue of Wisconsin.
Exactly.
Is that GROW?
GROW.
Ah.
And now we've got, it looks like, the Puppy Queen. The Puppy Princess, I'm sorry. Is that right? No, I'm sorry. No, this is the Black Hawk Community Credit Union. Black Hawk Community Credit Union is the festival's diamond sponsor this year. We are very excited to be partnering with them on so many levels. Their presence has been felt throughout the entire festival. And look at their pig that they've got. Isn't it adorable?
That's adorable.
Yeah. Oh, it's even got a Viking helmet on it.
It does, and braids.
Yep.
She's got braids. Do you think her name's Suey?
I think they're having a contest to name her, actually, at their booth. So if you want to go vote, you got to go to the Black Hawk Community Credit Union. They've been just a fun group to work with, and as you can see, they really enjoy interacting with the crowd.
That's awesome.
What a great community partner we have.
Yep. Yep, they've got a whole troop behind them. And now the Stoughton Viking Snowdrifters.
The Viking Snowdrifters was established in 1969 and is one of the oldest clubs in Wisconsin. The club is made up of 90 members and families. It has 35 miles of trails in the snow. And they've been in the parade for about 9 years now. They've had some challenging winters lately, but I know that they really enjoy their sport.
They do. They say they're supported by local and outlying merchants and would like to thank them for all of their support. They're followed by one of the pieces of equipment they use to set up all those trails.
35 miles is a lot to manage.
Can you hear them? They're coming. It's the Stoughton High School Marching Band.
They're looking really great. I happen to have inside information that they're getting new uniforms for next year. So this is the last year that you'll see them looking like this. But they are directed by Dan Schmid at the high school. And I believe they have about 60 members. This was the year that they got to go on tour. And they got to go to San Francisco and enjoy the musical opportunities there.
Oh, that's great. Those trips when you're in high school are so amazing. They make such wonderful memories. They look so sharp.
I'm partial to the tuba section. I have my son in the band this year. The band works hard. They start in the summer with a band camp, and then they perform at numerous things throughout the year. And the Syttende Mai Parade is a highlight for them all.
I get a kick out of the days leading up to the festival when you see the bands marching around downtown, just getting practice in. I get a huge kick out of that. Stoughton lacrosse. The 2018 Stoughton lacrosse players are part of the IOU and high school teams.
They just moved into a new division, and it's because the team is growing and has been establishing themselves in the lacrosse world.
The high school team has placed second in the state 3 times. They look like they're having a great day riding the float.
It's an interesting sport, lacrosse. It's native to Wisconsin.
Right. And here comes Homer the Lion. He's always a crowd favorite in the parade. He's the mascot for Home Savings Bank, established in 1895. I bet Homer might not have been there then, though.
The branch here locally was opened in 1977. I bet Homer was there for that.
And they have a Rosemalt bank.
Ethel Cavalheim has done most of the rose mowing in their bank. It is actually a tourist destination to see the bank.
Maybe they should Rosemalt the Lion. And here are some of our exchange students. Foreign exchange students attending Stoughton High School. Christine Ling Lang.
Sounds good. And Estefania Grella Ramirez. I know there's a few more, but I think these are the ones that were available to be in our parade.
That's a wonderful experience. If you have an opportunity to host an exchange student, I really encourage you to do so, because your family will benefit not just for the year that they're here, but long on down the way. You're going to have a relationship with these fabulous students.
Actually, I think we have 2 sets of foreign exchange students.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, this is the one that has the kids we just named.
Right.
Apparently,
I hope
more.
they've had a wonderful time with us here in Stoughton. As
I'm
their
sure
experience.
they did.
Yeah.
Stoughton's a great place to come and
Of course
stay
it
for a
is.
year. We're still in touch with our German exchange student.
Isn't that great?
It's wonderful.
And here we are, the 2018 Syttende Mai King and Queen Bob and Jody Swalheim Kuhn. They are sporting their lovely new bunnads that are getting a lot of attention as they go around town. These two have hit probably 180 some businesses this week to thank them for being part of the chamber, for doing business in Stoughton. Bob and Jody own the Culvers here in town.
And you know, they support this town for
Yes.
events and all kinds of activities, doing all kinds of things.
And now we've got KG and the Ranger. They've been in our parade for quite a while. Always a favorite.
Cute little armadillo pulling that truck along. Or wagon, I guess I should call it. With the hobby horse behind. And KG just got on the hobby horse. Here's the local Girl Scouts. It's a non-profit organization for girls aged 5 through 18. Girl Scouting builds girls of courage, confidence, and character who make the world a better place.
They have celebrity Girl Scouts today. Taylor Swift. Oh, I see. Celebrities that were Girl Scouts include Taylor Swift, Michelle Obama, Linda Carter, Dakota Fanning, Sandra Day O'Connor, and more.
The theme for this parade is Climbing to New Heights since 1912. The Girl Scouts were founded in 1912 by Julia Gordon Lowe. She shared with 18 girls about a new outdoor and educational program. So from those 18, it's turned into an amazing organization. Madison Pipe and Drums. Another crowd favorite. You know, bagpipes were designed so that you could play them and the enemy would hear you coming a long way off and they'd be frightened and run.
And warned.
And warned, yeah, warned. We're coming, get out of our way.
Yeah, although they are, of course, Scottish, I like how they do a nod to the Norwegian heritage of our town, and a couple of them are donning Norwegian Viking helmets.
Scottish Vikings? I don't know.
I don't know.
That's a group that if you're interested in learning to play bagpipes, they have classes and they will help you learn and get started with that. My niece got excited about bagpipes, so she got involved in this organization.
Well, since we have a little pause in the parade, but let's talk about another festival that the Chamber puts on, which is the Coffee Break Festival.
When is Coffee Break this year?
It's going to be August 18th. It's always the third Saturday in August. And boy, we had such a great year last year, and so we've got plans for next year to make it even better.
And here's Remax Preferred, Pure Integrity.
Pure Integrity Homes has been a chamber member for a while now.
They help people achieve home ownership in the Stoughton area.
I think they're missing their balloon, but that is, of course, their hallmark, that hot air balloon. And I gotta say, it doesn't feel too bad to have
No,
that.
they could just sit out here and stop that unit for a little while.
They're warming up the crowd as they go. And here we have the winner of our 50-50 raffle. We hosted a 50-50 raffle before the parade, and the winning number is on that car, 315138. This is the world's only wacky wheeler. This is Melvin, and he's pleased to be gracing us today with his undeniably zany antics and his one-of-a-kind super loop of destiny, a crowd favorite wherever he shall roll. He appears all over the Midwest, and he's thrilled to be rolling down the streets today, and he's always gets the crowd kind of worked up. I like how he added the Norwegian flags too.
Yep. I like his Norwegian helmet and Norwegian flags. Oh, he always looks like he's having so much fun doing that.
Can you imagine this? Look at him, a little ways backwards too. Hope he doesn't let it get away.
Oh no. I'll bet he'll catch it. It's fun that we have him in this area and that he always comes and gets the Syttende Mai Parade going. Stoughton Wrestling. They're the 2018 state team champions.
They were so proud of that achievement. They've been working on it, working so hard. And it's just great to see how they're developing their talent. Can't wait to see what they do next year. The high school, this was their 60th.
No, it's okay.
Yep. So the purple and white advanced 6 wrestlers to the individual state tournament. They were freshmen Brooks Empey, sophomore Braden Whitehead, juniors Hunter Lewis and Luke Geister-Jones, and seniors Tyler Dow and Aiden Marshall.
And I think they're riding in the float. Those seniors are the ones riding in the truck with them today. This is their 63rd season.
Now we've got the Stoughton High School Norwegian dancers. I bet they're happy to be sitting down. They work so hard during the weekend. They put on numerous performances. They'll have one yet today at 3:45. They are unofficially known as Stoughton's ambassadors.
And I
they
think
travel.
The world famous Stoughton Norwegian dancers.
Correct. They travel extensively sharing the Norwegian dances that they do. And, of course, raising awareness about Stoughton.
They've been performing since the 1950s.
And I guess it's been said, once a dancer, always a dancer. The alumni dancers come back and they enjoy it just as much as when they were doing it in high school.
Here comes Stoughton Hospital.
Stoughton Hospital was awarded the Large Business of the Year Award by the Stoughton Chamber, and starting them off is Terry Brenny. Terry Brenny was awarded the Business Person of the Year Award, and Terry is retiring June 1st after nearly 3 decades of service to the Stoughton community, and boy, he's going to be missed.
We are so lucky to have a hospital in Stoughton, and such a wonderful hospital, award-winning hospital.
They are dressed up as superheroes because they're saying that people who save lives are everyday superheroes.
Caring is their calling, they say.
Looks like they're handing out superhero masks to the crowd.
Oh, fun.
And now we have the Prince and Princess of the 2018, Hunter Johnson and Jordan Bradford. They have been a delight this week. All of the royalty, King and Queen and Prince and Princess, do a lot of appearances throughout the week. At our kickoff dinner, the two of these guys got to do a little speech about themselves, and they are just a delight. They're both so proud to be Prince and Princess.
Well, and lucky, because the Prince and Princess are chosen.
They're chosen out of a hat, honestly,
Yep.
and you have to be a third grader to qualify.
And here comes the Stoughton City Band. Revived after a hiatus of 49 years, the first rehearsal of the band was August 28, 1986.
Roger Golke took on the baton of leadership in October of 2007, and he's currently directing them now.
They perform the Friday night concert during Syttende Mai on Friday night, obviously, and they play in the Sunday parade, but they also perform during the Memorial Day ceremonies. They do a couple concerts with the Oregon Band, summer concerts, and a Christmas concert combined with the Stoughton Festival Choir in the beautifully restored Stoughton Opera House.
This float is new for them. This is, I think, the second year they've had it, and it seems to be working out really well for them, and I know they're proud of it.
Well, and I think they're starting to work on fundraising for uniforms.
Is that right?
That is. So, if anybody's interested in helping out with that, you can contact the Stoughton City Band.
Roger Golke was the band leader at Stoughton High School for a number of years.
For a long time.
Yep.
Yep. And they're going to start up again for us, I think. Oh. I think anybody can get involved with the city band, too. So if you're out of high school and you don't have a band to play with anymore, you can join the Stoughton City Band.
I think you have to know how to play an instrument, Mary Carol.
Oh, probably.
Here we have the Stoughton Gymnastics team. And this is their competitive team. They compete in about 9 competitions a year.
And 13 of them qualified for nationals this year.
How outstanding.
That's outstanding.
And aren't they just adorable? Some of them are barefoot on this cold day.
Oh. Fortunately, they're kids and they don't feel the cold
right,
like
I think you're right.
grown-ups. They range in age from 8 to 15.
Getting them all in order there.
Get them all lined up.
Oh, we're going to see some gymnastics. That's great.
We were talking about coffee break.
Right.
What's new at coffee break this year? Or what's back that's wonderful?
Well, the car show is a big hit, and we're going to see some cars coming in the parade that are part of it. But honestly, the coffee is the draw. People really enjoy coming out on a beautiful August day, and having the coffee and socializing. We moved the location into more interior of Mant Park, and it's worked out really great for us. Here we have the float from Nordic Fest. Nordic Fest is in Decorah, Iowa, and they put on a Norwegian festival there too. So if you can't get enough Norwegian festivals, go on down to Nordic Fest in Decorah.
Well, and I know that our Edvard Grieg chorus is going to be performing.
Sure.
In Decorah for the Sanger Fest, which is all Norwegian singers. And then in 2020, that festival will be in Madison. Here's our Volunteer of the Year.
That is designated by the city of Stoughton, and this year's two winners are Eloise Christensen and Jeff Zarth.
Look at that car.
That's Jeff's car.
That's amazing. Did he get to be volunteer of the year just because he had that great car?
I don't think it works that way.
Oh, Mayor Tim Swadley, Stoughton, brand new mayor, is following that in another great little car.
Yeah, this is his first time going through the Syttende Mai Parade as mayor. It's good to see him and enjoying seeing the crowd. And here we have, looks like
The Lions Club.
So the Lions have been very busy all weekend long at their food stand. Always a big hit at the festival.
Yep.
So the Lions Club is the world's largest service organization in the world. Stoughton Lions are very active in the community, helping with vision screening, eyeglasses, recycling, help with food needs, diabetes awareness, safety camp, Lions camp, and providing scholarships, etc.
That safety camp that they hold is wonderful, too.
Yeah, that's a collaborative effort with a lot of
Yep.
organizations in town. That's a cute little car there. I don't know too much about it. It's called Grave Digger, it says. Edgerton High School Marching Band, one of our neighboring towns, putting on a nice show for us. You know, you couldn't ask for better weather.
No, really, it's great because
It's not too hot for the performers.
you always feel bad for the kids in their uniforms,
Right.
and, having to perform it when it's hot or misty, and it cleared up for us just like magic today.
Let's enjoy their song.
Marching alongside these bands are some of the really important people that we want to be sure and mention. And those are the volunteer parents and the volunteers that help run Syttende Mai. Without them, this thing would not come off. And the same thing is true for all the marching bands all over the country. We need those volunteers to help those things fly.
And volunteering is so fun, especially at something like a festival.
Right?
Here we have the Special Olympics, the athletes, and People First members. Dribbling the balls.
Enjoying a beautiful day to walk in the parade.
They've been in the parade for 8 years now.
People First is an international movement with local chapters across the country made up of people with disabilities that are known as self-advocates.
It's their mission to promote community inclusion with a strong sense of belonging for all.
Special Olympics has track and field, bocce, bowling, basketball, and swimming. And they participate in area, regional, and state level competitions. Sons of Norway, Mount Horeb. Norwegians supporting Norwegians by being here in our parade. Sons of Norway is a fraternal organization that supports Norwegian families. It has done so since 1896.
Local lodges promote the Nordic lifestyle, customs, tradition, and heritage of Norway.
They have a Norwegian exchange student riding on the float with them this year.
Very nice Viking ship. I do believe the sun is coming out.
They say they have a membership in the Mount Horeb Sons of Norway of 175 feisty Norwegians. They have an annual coffee event as well, July 21st. Here's part of the WKOW 27 Storm Track team. Bob Lindmeyer and Max Taparis, I think, is also here driving the truck.
That's why the sun is coming out. The meteorologists are coming by.
That's it. Well, we count on Bob to get the weather right for Syttende Mai, so he's done a good job this year. Gates Collision Center is our next unit.
Founded in 1990, Gates Collision Centers began as a single body shop in the outskirts of Sun Prairie. Today, Gates Collision Centers is a leader in the Wisconsin collision repair industry. And they've been in Stoughton for a couple of years now. We're happy to have them. Oh, they've got quite a team with them, don't they?
They do.
And now we've got coming behind them
McFarland State Bank.
They were designated as the Stoughton Chamber of Commerce's Small Business of the Year this year, and they were very proud of that distinction. We've got a number of them in the parade today. Now they're just building their new location out by the Kettle Park West. And here in the truck we have branch manager Amy Edgington, who will be running that new branch. She's been downtown for many, many years. And boy, is she having a good time.
And they have a great old truck in the parade this year as well.
Yes, they do.
It's a 1946 Dodge half-ton pickup. It was rare to come from the factory, and it's in two-tone paint.
Today, this is T.G. Howell's Rocket Cycle. It's always a big hit in the parade. Oh. Kind of does gets around, doesn't he?
Wonder how many pairs of boots he wears out
I wonder.
during the course of a year. He's ridden this cycle in over 100 parades. It's a big wheel with a rider and engine inside its circumference. Sort of like a unicycle, only different.
It only weighs about 100 pounds, but boy, does it get around.
Here comes another parade favorite, the Madison Packerbackers.
They were founded in 1965 and incorporated in 1967 by Earl and Rudy Lee. They take 2 buses to every game and try to attend events in Green Bay. The charity they support is Rock.
Yeah, this one always gets the crowd going. Following the Packerbackers comes Lakeview Church Viking Ship.
I'm pretty sure that this is a new build that they did for this year's parade, and I'm looking forward to seeing it up close here. There we go.
It's just full of little Vikings.
And somebody was very busy sewing those Viking hats for all of them.
Oh. Lakeview Church is a 70-year-old church. They changed their name in 1999 to Lakeview from Calvary. They are clearly having a wonderful time in the parade today.
They're passing out paper Viking hats for everyone so everybody can enjoy being a Viking for the day.
Because it's like St. Patty's Day. You know, on Syttende Mai, everybody's Norwegian.
That's the truth.
They're handing out Swedish fish, though. I don't know about that.
And here we have the Cambridge High School Marching Band. It's hard to hear what they're playing. Hopefully we'll get a little better. There we go. Cambridge, their mascot is the Blue Jays.
And here they go.
Stoughton FFA. Did you know that the Stoughton FFA chapter was founded in 1938?
Wow. So they're celebrating 80 years? That's amazing. They don't look that old.
And they have a 1972 John Deere tractor pulling them.
They do a great job, to say nothing of the cream puffs.
Yeah, that's right. And although that's a handful of kids, that's a very large organization.
It is. And their cream puff and cheese curd booth is legendary during Syttende Mai. It's just not Syttende Mai if you don't get a cream puff.
These are Norwegian Buhund dogs. They are a breed of dog that is uniquely Norwegian. They're raised here locally, and they've been coming to the festival for quite a few years.
The breed dates back to 900 AD.
They were a historic Norwegian breed, traditionally used on farmsteads as herding and watchdogs. They were companions of the Vikings.
In those long, cold nights, you need to curl up
Now
with
we
the
have
three dogs.
Dunkin' Donuts. There's been a lot of stir about the fact that people are excited about them opening.
Yep.
I believe they'll be opening in June, and they're out at Kettle Park West. They have a long history of becoming involved in local communities, so that's going to be a nice partnership that we can look forward to.
Here comes our newest addition to the Syttende Mai Parade.
We've had many
Metal
new additions,
Mom.
but I don't know that. Never in my history have I seen a Macy's Day Parade style balloon. This is Metal Mom. There is a fun story behind this where a local guy, Nick Brewer, has been buying his mom heavy metal T-shirts. Just because he's like, who would wear one? He's like, so he has her do things like make meatloaf and takes a picture.
And knitting in her metal.
It's all in good fun.
Yep.
And of course, why wouldn't he want his mom to be in the parade? So
He says Metal Mom celebrates Norway's proud tradition of heavy metal dating back to the 1980s. Metal Mom. Has a Viking ship following her as well. Oh, the real Metal Mom.
The real Metal Mom is going to be on the Viking ship.
Yep.
It's caused quite a lot of stir. People are excited about this because they've been following the development of this float.
And it looks like part of that collection of those T-shirts is on our
yes,
our Metal Mom balloon.
There she is. There's Jean Brewer, Metal Mom. Isn't she sweet as can be?
And her throne, which looks a little bit like Game of Thrones' throne, is made of knitting needles.
Is that right?
It is.
Because she's a knitter.
She's a knitter. You can see her shield with the knitting needles in the ball of yarn and the iron and the coffee cup and a pie.
And a pie. And here we have Stoughton's past kings and queens of Syttende Mai. It's always a delight for people to see them wearing their bunad's throughout the festival and including on the float. People are designated as a king or queen or chosen as a king or queen of Syttende Mai because of what they have contributed to the Stoughton community. So it is truly an honor to be chosen, and it's an honor for all of us to be able to see them and celebrate their contributions.
Well, as part of being king and queen, you have to have a bunad made if you don't already own one.
Correct, that's right.
Which is one of the reasons we have all these amazing, beautiful bunads. Here's Citizen of the Year.
Anne Marie Oakland. She has started the Lunches for Vikings program, which provides lunches for school-aged children during the summer months. For some children, that school lunch that they get is an important part of their day, so they continue it on during the summer.
What a lovely program that is.
Yep.
You can learn more about it at lunchesforvikings.com. And here's the Deerfield Middle and High School Marching Band. I don't know how they do that walking backwards for so far.
As the drum major?
Oh, I could never do that. I'd walk the whole band off a cliff someplace or into the river.
Country, Buick, and GMC. The business out on Main Street, Highway 51, that was Stark Buick GMC, will soon be Kunis Country. Kunis is a Christian-based auto group with 15 stores in Wisconsin and Illinois.
They say they're excited to be part of Stoughton.
They've certainly made their presence known by getting involved right away.
Well, and they too have a tradition of giving back to the community, so they've gotten off to a great start. Commit the Kite Days in Jefferson, Wisconsin. This is a festival that's held every summer. This year it will be September 14, 15, and 16. And they come in their German costumes, lederhosen and dirndls, to share with all of us in our bunades. They have a facial hair contest at theirs.
How about that?
For beards and mustaches and best sideburns. And anybody can enter. There's a sauerkraut eating contest. Waterloo High School Marching Band is up next. Very elegant look to their costumes. Band uniforms. You can tell I'm a theater person.
Yeah, they have plumes on their,
But
hats.
they're very, very elegant. You know, the Syttende Mai Parade is the first real marching opportunity for an awful lot of these high school bands in the spring and for all the events they're going to do during the summer. And they sound darn good.
I say that all the time. Syttende Mai kind of kicks off the parade
Summer events.
season. And
Yep.
Yep. This is the bubble car. It's a part of it's a circus wagon and bubble car. And it's delighting the crowd with thousands of bubbles.
It's a golden bubble buggy. Accompanied by the Zor Shrine Clowns. The Zor Shrine Clown Unit. Zor Shrines were formed in 1938, becoming the first shrine clowns in Shrindom. They help support the Shriner Hospital for Children. Schuster's Playtime Farm has brought their pumpkin cannon.
It's being pulled by a 1947 Dodge truck. It's a pumpkin and candy cannon.
Oh, and it's a candy cannon. They have some forest trolls accompanying them as well, they say. Sharing some candy with the crowd.
You know, they hire many Stoughton residents, and so it's an important part of our community here.
Well, they have a haunted forest, and they've got a hearse coming along behind here, too, with some very scary trolls. There's a clown hanging out the back of that hearse, too. Some people might find the clown scarier than the trolls. midget race car. Donnie Clevin always wanted to race automobiles, and now at 64, he is, experiencing a long-time dream come true. It's a midget race car that he races at Angel Park. It's a good thing they're in this part of the parade because it races at Sun Prairie this afternoon at 5 o'clock. So it looks like they'll make it.
Here we have the Stoughton Varsity Dance Team. They are a cooperative group of dancers and athletes who strive to promote the vision of Stoughton High School athletics. The goal of the team is to promote school involvement, teamwork, work ethic, and respect. They perform at athletic events, community events, and competitions throughout the state.
They're 2018 State Dance Championship qualifiers.
They've been the dance team was formed 7 years ago, and it's qualified for state dance championships 2 of those 7 years. Clearly, very much energy.
Independent PDR. Brian Houston is the owner, and he's worked with a variety of things. Born and raised in Stoughton, and is raising his family here. They repair door dings, they do hail damage, all kinds of dent repair. So if your car has a boo-boo, you can take them to him.
It's independent.
Tabby and Jack's. Another new business in town. Yep. They are a holistic pet supply and grooming store, offering healthier choices for four-legged friends. It's a family-owned business that's been in business for 10 years.
They just moved into Stoughton about a year ago. They're in the retail center across Highway 51 from Stoughton Garden Center.
And they have some of their four-legged friends marching in the parade with them. Here comes the Milton High School Band.
There's a lot of them in that band. It's a very large band.
Milton's a very active. Their high school is extremely active. crowd likes that. Getting a big round of applause. The next Stoughton Festival after coffee break is
Victorian Holidays.
Victorian Holiday.
And I believe it's November 30th, December 1st and 2nd this year.
Wonderful, another wonderful event.
Yeah.
Put that one on your calendar because you don't want to miss coming downtown for all the goodies and the treats and the music and all of the wonderful holiday events that are going on around town.
Here we have Always Remembered Flags. It's a nonprofit that helps homeless veterans when moving from a homeless status to housing. What a wonderful service.
And here's your coffee break festival cars.
Yeah. Joe Conan is actually on the planning committee of the Coffee Break Festival. We like to call it the Cup of Joe car show. He's too humble. He doesn't think that we should do that, but we do. Because it's a coffee break festival and a car show. And behind him, he's going to have a lot of really great cars that you might see at the Coffee Break Festival.
Look at these great, beautiful things. An old truck.
And you know, each one of these cars has a story. And their owners love them so much.
Yep.
And we call it actually now the all-wheel show because we take bikes, motorcycles, tractors, and campers. It's kind of fun to come and see them all.
The old campers are fun to look at.
They really are.
Well, and the big new ones are fun to look at too. Another great old truck.
Oh, there's one of the tractors now.
Ah. You know, people love old tractors.
Yeah, they do.
They love their tractors.
Nothing runs like a deer.
One year in the Syttende Mai Parade, we had over 40 tractors.
I remember we used to have so many tractors.
Yep. Some great old hot rod cars.
Getting everybody jazzed up.
Chargers, Dodge Chargers. All right, they're having too much fun.
Something we added after the all-wheel show at the Coffee Break Festival, we have a parade, a cruise through town.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so everybody gets to show off their vehicle.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And everybody gets to see them even if you didn't make it down to the park.
Right.
Kicks Unlimited. Next up in our parade lineup.
Kicks Unlimited was designated as Stoughton Business of the Year by the city of Stoughton, and they're very proud of that.
It's a karate school.
Yep.
And they offer 6 weeks of karate and a free uniform for a really reasonable price. So anybody can afford to get involved.
They've really been working hard to develop their program too. Something we can all be proud of here in Stoughton. And here's the business owners enjoying the City Business of the Year. It is Kicks Unlimited.
Again, look at all the parent volunteers that are there supporting their kids and helping their kids.
Here we have Seth and Jen Degnan.
And their karate dog. 2 men in a truck is the next unit in the parade. They've been serving the Madison area for over 24 years and are active members of the community, donating nearly $1.5 million since their inception. Oh, and they've got it all Vikinged up.
I really feel like the businesses have been embracing the Norwegian side of the parade this year. It's a lot of fun to
That's
see.
really fun. And one of the Bucky Badgers that were done this year is
on the back of the truck.
Back of the truck.
They can move anything.
It's a golden Bucky.
And this is Evansville High School Band. This is the 5th year that King Oscar has been a sponsor of the Syttende Mai Festival.
That's great.
And they have some local helpers helping them out, but they are here actually, they're based in California. They just found our festival because they are a Norwegian bristling sardine and they wanted to be part of this Norwegian festival.
King Oscar's been in business since 1902. And here's Star Country 96.3.
They have enjoyed being in this parade for the last couple of years.
Boy Scouts of America following closely behind. Boy Scouts of America provide many community service functions such as riverfront cleanup, scouting for food, and Memorial Day help. And it's a big crowd of Boy Scouts.
Yeah, and then I'll be part of the Memorial Day parade that we've got coming up on May 28th, honoring our veterans. And what's Boy Scout without camping?
Right. Come the Cripple Creek Cloggers.
I can't remember a Syttende Mai parade without them.
No, me neither. It just wouldn't be Syttende Mai without the Cloggers. Well, they were established in 1982, and they participate in shows and parades around the Madison area. If you're interested in joining them, you can check them out at cripplecreekclog.wordpress.com. They say clogging has Norwegian roots.
I did not know that.
I didn't either. I guess that explains why they've always been here.
I don't know how they bounce around on a moving vehicle like that.
I know. I think it's okay, you just have to not think about it.
Here we have Century 21 affiliated, including agents Sid Boersma and Duran Bradford. They've been, Century 21 was founded in the mid-70s.
And this is their first year in the parade. Looks like they had a good turnout of people excited to participate.
I love to see when people get their whole family involved.
Yep. It's a Great Dane out there. Did you know Great Dane Rescue is in Stoughton? The Wisconsin State Great Dane Rescue is just outside of Stoughton. It's an amazing place. I used to take my Labrador Retriever out there because he was a big lab. And when he would come home after a weekend at their kennel, he couldn't talk. He couldn't bark. He was just a horse from trying to keep up with all those Great Danes. We should get them involved in the parade. It'd be fun. To see a whole bunch of Great Danes marching in the parade.
Looks like there's a little break in the parade.
A chance for people to run off and get some of the great last moment Norwegian treats. The cookies and the
Krumkaka, lepsa,
yep,
rosettes.
All those yummy goodies.
As well as the traditional favorites.
Here's H2M2 Wisconsin Husky Huddle. I was talking about Great Danes, and we got a whole herd of Huskies.
They are a group that is in 44 states, and they help rescue and foster and adopt for animals in the community who have a chance.
They have Huskies and Malamute sled dogs, and a passion for the breed, they say. It's a good day for the Huskies too.
Yeah,
the weather's right.
Right.
I think they're showing off how well trained these dogs are.
Boy, kids sure do love seeing the dogs.
They do. You can see lots of people walking by in the crowd with Norwegian treats and goodies and wonderful souvenirs. If you happen to be catching the parade and you've never come down to Stoughton to actually be here, this is a wonderful festival. The arts in Stoughton are so strong, and there's so many intriguing shops that you can go into, find great pieces of art, not just Norwegian, but beautiful, beautiful things all year round. We have our wonderful opera house with over 70 shows during the year.
Here we're getting a glimpse of the Norwegian Heritage Center, Livsreisa.
Yep.
It's been here for a few years, but there's quite a few locals who haven't discovered how wonderful it is. So it's a wonderful day to spend an afternoon.
And they have terrific programs there about immigrants of all sorts. Interesting.
I like to say it's a story of immigration. It happens to be through a Norwegian lens.
Here comes the Stoughton football float.
I have found that these athletes involved in things like this are usually in multiple things. So that's probably why they don't have very many people on their float.
Because they were in the band, and they were
exactly.
in those other Stoughton wrestling groups, and
There's so many opportunities afforded to the Stoughton High School youth. The building is never idle. It's if you are interested in the arts or in performing.
And the Stoughton football group is they have young programs for young kids as well as high school kids.
And here we have the St. Vincent de Paul truck. They'll come and pick up things from your home. You don't have to haul them to their location.
And they're amazing at helping people. They have wonderful food banks and go out of their way to really help people in need.
Yeah, the store is just a method for them to be able to fund the good works that they do.
Well, we've come to the end of the 2018 Syttende Mai Parade. Another wonderful year, a great parade, and a wonderful time was had by all.
And as the representative of the Stoughton Chamber of Commerce, it is our honor to be able to celebrate the Norwegian heritage of our town and to bring all the community together for this wonderful event.
Thank you so much for all that you do for Stoughton.
Thank you, everyone, for watching.
All right. Thank you again. WSTO thanks you and wants to thank Cindy McGlynn and the staff of the Stoughton Area Senior Center for letting WSTO use their facility for the production of the parade. They also want to thank Laura Trotter and the Syttende Mai Committee for their work this weekend. All right, we'll see you again in 2019 for Syttende Mai.